Okay, this week for Make Something Mondays, we're going to be doing nails. I chose nails this week because I know a lot of parents have to deal with slumber parties and things like that. So, with doing slumber parties comes fingernails. Little girls love to paint their nails. So, I've got a few things here. One thing I've got, not sure if you can see these good, but you see these scissors? And see how it has that little crinkly edge? Whenever I cut something, it's going to have that edge. So we're going to do a nail technique with these type of scissors. We might use these too, so I don't know. A lot of this we're kind of going to learn on camera. We're going to do a water marbling technique. So I just have some room temperature water here straight out of the faucet. We're going to be using some Scotch tape. The toothpicks are for marbling. We've got an array of colors. I've got newspaper here. That's something I haven't tried before, but we're going to try it today. Not nail polish remover, alcohol. And, of course, nail polish remover. I have the one that's non-acetone. I'm not even sure why I have that, but I do. So, I like acetone nail polish because I don't wear the fake nails, so I want it off when I want it off. But right now, what I have here is my daughter's fingers. Oh, and I'm not a great painter. That's why we need nail polish remover to get it off. So, I've done a base coat. I did this one. I used this Sally Hansen. I don't even know what you call this color. Let me see. Ooh, I don't know what this color is, but it's Sally Hansen. So I use that for her thumb. I don't know what you call this color either. I actually got this at a blogging party. And it's pink, so it's just a basic pink. I have lots of pink. So that's her base coat. See if you can see that. And then her thumb. I did her thumb a different color, and you'll see why in just a moment. So I'm going to let her finish drying, and I'll be right back. Okay, first thing I did was I went ahead and tore off a piece of tape. Plain old tape, nothing special. And you see I keep laying it here on the towel that I have laying on this table. That's because I don't want it to be entirely too sticky. I'm going to take these scissors with the jagged edge, see? And I'm going to go ahead and start cutting. The reason why I keep sticking this on the towel the way I'm doing it is because this tape is really sticky, and when dealing with the nail polish, I've learned the hard way, it will yank your nail polish off. So, and please ignore my nail polish because that was a lot of trial and error on one of these techniques. So we got some not even cut pieces here, and I'm gonna lay these on her nails and start paint. Okay, I think she's dry enough now. All we're gonna do is take one of the little strips of tape, and for me, I'm gonna do just, half her nail. Kind of like what I have here. I don't know if you can see that. It ain't cute, but it's there. So now all we're going to do is take and paint the opposite side of her nail. Leave the tape on there, let it dry. And when she's done, she should have a really cool design going up her nail. While that dries, we're actually going to get ready for another nail technique that takes a little bit longer, so we're going to go ahead and knock it out right now. For this, you're going to need tape also. So I'm going to scoot her little fingers over. First thing I'm going to do is, I have, as you can see, this little piece of tape. Get as close to the nail bed as possible. Try not to bump the other nail here. Let me see here. Lay that tape down so it's not in my way. But I'm going to go across with one piece of tape. Not too much tape because there aren't any tape deals out right now. So, got to preserve our tape. No tape deals, no tape coupons, right? Then we'll put a strip down the side of each side of her nail. Here, we're doing that side. And I'm going to just use a little bit here on the top just because she does have a shorter nail. So it's going to be really easy for this to reach the meat of her finger. And I don't want to have to do a lot of cleaning it up at the end. So that's all taped off. All ready to go. This technique is the water marbling technique. I'm not a huge fan of this technique just because when I've seen it done before, I didn't always get it. I mean, I got it, but yeah, to me it could be better. Okay, so we got her all taped up for the marbling technique, but that one, as usual, is going to take forever. Okay, so while we get that stuff together, you see this hairpin? I'll show you another little trick that people do with their children. I'm just going to bend it out, see? Bend it out straight. Later, I actually cut it in half with some wire cutters or something. But for now, I'm going to do it just like this. You don't have to use tape for this. I'm using tape because I'm lazy and I don't feel like going and getting anything. Now, let's see here. If I can get my daughter to stay still. I would hate to videotape myself hurting her. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this time we're going to use Times Square by NYC. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put a nice little glob here. Hope you guys can see that. I'm going to take this little end. I'm going to go straight in. I'm sorry, straight in. And I'm going to make a little dot on her fingernail. You can barely see it with that color because it's so close to what she already has. But I love polka dot nails, so. Okay, I'm going to clean that off. Now I'm going to go back to this other one, and my daughter found the name on it. It's called Still Standing by Sally Hansen. I'm going to put a nice little glob of Still Standing there. Okay. And you can either clean off the end of that tip, which is what I did, or you can use the other end. It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. And like I said, just plop it in there and look for an empty spot. I keep getting in my own light here. So that's how you do polka dots on your daughter's nails. So that'll be fun for a slumber party, don't you think? Okay, now we have got, I switched to a strip of magazine instead of newspaper because the newspaper ink is just not dark enough to show up well on her fingernails. So, like I said before, well, I probably will edit it out, but we're going to let this sit for like 15 to 20 minutes, just kind of holding it here. So, I'm going to start holding this. I'm hoping this takes well so I can show it to you guys. So I'm gonna just let it sit on here and dry. It's pretty stuck to her nail. Because I keep going over it with the alcohol. And it looks like it may be working. I just really can't tell all that well. So, meanwhile, we're going to test out some more fingers. While I was off camera, I just took a different pair of scissors. Previously, I used these for the up and down technique. And I noticed the second polish I put on, it dries very slowly. For this pinky fingernail, this one here, I used a different set of craft scissors. I used that. And I went across the middle of her nail. And it feels like it may be dry. This is the scary part because I don't want to rip it off. Okay. I don't know, those colors are really close. But I'm not sure if you can see that. It does like a big wave of pink in the middle. It was just something to do while we waited. So I guess we can go ahead and start trying to peel this one off. Let's see here. I want you to be able to see the nail as soon as it comes off. Ooh. And she moved on me. I'm going to beat her up. If someone else is doing this for you, please don't move. Because I left it on there for a while and it got really, really sticky. So there's going to be some paper for me to pull off. And I can't see that well, so. Okay, so I was cleaning and I'm like, oh my God. I told my daughter she had to cut the camera back on. If the paper sticks to the nail and it's got like all that ugly paper, dip it in the alcohol and just rub it on the nail like that to get the excess paper off so you don't rip off the polish. But that's how it looks in the end. What you're going to do at that point, make sure the alcohol is dry, and then just take and put a clear coat of nail polish on top of it. And she's a big fan of crosswords, so the crossword puzzle answers were like really perfect for her. But yay, that's that technique. So I'm gonna let her dry.